Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Cascadia Inswinger. I'm Eddie Smith, along with my co-host, as always, John Floresca. And it wasn't unexpected, but it was better than I think we expected. Vancouver loses to Toronto 1-0, and you were pretty much more correct on this than I was. Take it away.
Yeah, I mean, Vancouver was going to come in and they were going to lose this game again, playing in Toronto. If they would have won the game, it would have been an upset. But the main goal was to improve from Tuesday's game. That was always the goal. And I think going from 3-0 to 1-0 is an improvement. They were still outplayed. Toronto still should have won the game and rightfully won the game. It was definitely not pretty, but they did exactly what I had said on Wednesday of last week, is that they're going to change their formation. They're going to switch it to a more defensive formation. They switched from a 4-2-2-2 to a 5-3-2. So they put 5 guys across the back line. They pretty much made Toronto shoot from deep and said, hey, I saw you're going to get a lot of practice in, which he did. And they kept it to a 1-0 scoreline. So you're not walking off the field happy, but you're considering it a team victory.
Yeah, they did drop Toronto's shots from 24 to 14. They still gave up 8 shots on goal in both games. And to be honest, I wasn't truly impressed with Vancouver's defense. I mean, that was kind of expected. But there was one point in the match that was definitely not the greatest moment I've ever seen, where Toronto was able to get way past the defense. It was just one-on-one, goalie with striker, and Hasal was just able to pull something out of his butt and get a save and keep it 1-0, because that definitely should have made the game 2-0 and just put away the game right then and there. But it was, like I'm very high on Hasal, and if it wasn't for him, this game definitely could have been another 3-4 nothing scoreline. As honestly, I feel like it should have been almost.
Yeah, and if you look at the missed chances, you see that Toronto had 5 missed chances according to MLS's stat book, which basically means that they had 5 other good opportunities to score and didn't, which more credits either A, Toronto not quite having their finishing touch, or B, Hasal making great saves. Probably a combination of both played a factor in this. But they pretty much saved Mark Dos Santos' job by keeping it close. Because if they would have got blown out again, I think Dos Santos loses his coaching job. That being said, they do get to try to redeem themselves on Tuesday. We got another quick turnaround before this game against Montreal, a game that I actually think they have a much better chance in.
I completely agree with that. They definitely have a better chance in this match against Montreal. If you look at their previous records, it is very tight. Vancouver does lead the overall series in MLS with 4 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. So that's always good. Unfortunately, though, for Vancouver, the last 3 times that they've faced Montreal, they have lost twice and only have gotten 1 win. That 1 win coming in the Canadian Championship. They did lose in the regular season to Montreal 2-1.
Yes, they have had some interesting games with Montreal recently, but Montreal's also a team currently in transition as well. Those of you who follow, they have a new coach this year. You will recognize the name, Mr. Thierry Henry, a phenom soccer player himself, played for the New York Red Bulls, played several years in Europe. The guy's got a resume. When I watched the Montreal team in the MLS's back tournament, it definitely looked like a team that was still learning under their new head coach, but a team that could play well once they figured it out. And both Montreal and Vancouver were knocked out in the first round of the tournament. Montreal eventually losing 1-0 to eventual finalist Orlando City. So both of these clubs are kind of in a similar place. Both clubs only have 2 DPs on their roster right now. So they're not playing another Toronto, is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're not facing another Toronto, which is definitely going to be uh, in good terms for Vancouver. Uh, Montreal does have someone that is known in Cascadia, Maxirudy. He is currently Montreal's leading scorer, so he's definitely going to be one to watch for. He has 3 goals on the season, and so you're definitely if you know Maxirudy from when you're Vancouver, you should know how to stop him. Hopefully,
Hopefully, we'll see if he starts. He did not start, but has come off the bench in a few games. Uh, Remember that this Montreal squad has not played a game since the MLS's back tournament. So I think that plays in Vancouver's hands. I mean, Vancouver played twice this week. So some people may say fatigue will start to set in. They're going to play again on Tuesday. That's 3 games in a 7-game span. So it'll be a good question on whether Vancouver's fatigue is going to factor or Montreal's rust for not having played for a couple weeks. But that's going to make it exciting for me to watch. The player on Montreal that I like to watch, I've watched him last season, Saphir. He's their number 8 in the midfield. He's their creative player. I've enjoyed watching him for a couple seasons because of his creative abilities. So if you wanted to watch somebody on that Montreal squad, he's your guy.
another guy to note on Montreal's side is Victor Yanma. Yan
Wanyama.
Yanmama. Thank
Wanyama.
you. Thank you. He was picked up this year from Tottenham. He's their Kenyan star that is roaming in the midfield. So, and he's a defensive midfielder. So, Vancouver will definitely have a bit of a tough time getting around him. But in this match, I think that Vancouver can come out with at least a point. I'm going to say this game's going to be probably a 2-2 draw.
Yeah, a draw is a pretty good guess. I really think Lucas Cavallini needs to find the back of the net. That would really jumpstart this Vancouver Whitecaps squad. So I'm going to say a 1-1 draw with a goal from Lucas Cavallini because that's exactly what this team needs to pick it up. The other player who I actually think will score in this game for Montreal is Romel Kyoto, and he just recently moved over to Montreal from Houston. And for those of you who are familiar with that Houston squad, he's a speedy winger who's very aggressive one-on-one. He likes to beat people off the dribble. So keep an eye out for him. But I have this game as a 1-1 draw. Lucas Cavallini sparking some fire in this Whitecap squad before they get to come home for 3 straight games.
I'm definitely looking forward to when Vancouver can come home. They do have to take care of business in Montreal first, and I think they will get away with that 1 point. Hopefully, I'm glad we both agree on that. Finally, that we think that they're both going. We both think they're going to get 1 point. So, do you have anything else?
Well, just to let the fans know, that game is Tuesday at 5 o'clock Pacific time. So check out that game when it comes up.
All right, that will be our show. As always, please like, subscribe, comment. Love to hear from you. And as always, go Cascadia.